Hi, I'm Lex and welcome to my channel. I know there's probably been a bit of a gap with updates and things because January was a little bit chaotic and February's not much better. I've got plans and things during February, so I'm sure my filming schedule will be a bit all over the place. I'm away for a little bit and things like that, so I'm gonna try and work around that as best I can. But as always, I don't feel much pressure with this channel, so I'll just take things as they come and do updates whenever I'm able to. Today we will be talking about my rolling project pan. This is kind of the main project pan that I focus on. It has a little bit of everything from every makeup category, and I just have some certain concrete goals such as hit and pan or finishing products. And let's get into an update. Up first, the really boring bit. There's quite a few products that I didn't really use this past month. The 1-2 Prime and Behold, the Glam Crystals Metallic Liquid Liner, my Barefaced Chic Primer, and my Hello Kitty powder puff thing. I didn't touch those at all, so they kind of don't really get much of an update. What I did get a lot of use out of was my two face powders. Try not to blind you with that one. First up, the Technic Vitamin C powder. I used this one 18 times. This one's a really nice powder. It's good for just every day and it's pretty cheap. It's not the most mattifying in the world because I do, like, after a whole day of being out, I am a little bit shiny, but it holds up enough that I feel fine wearing it to work or wearing it out, and it's decent. This has had quite a big weight change. We've gone from 68.51 grams to 65.6 grams, which is decent. That's moving pretty fast. I don't imagine that this will last too long. There is only 10 grams of product in here, so yeah, I'm getting through it quite decently. And the PS loose baking powder, there's not a ton left. I'd say like maybe one or two uses just here at the bottom. This one I've only used 4 times because it doesn't mattify me at all and it leaves a weird coloured cast, and I've taken the sifter out so it is really close to being done, but it's just not my favourite thing in the world, so the sooner I can get this out of my collection the better, and I will not be repurchasing it. That one had just over a half a gram of weight loss over the past month. For my bronzer, I've been using this little tiny repressed bronzer, and I only used this once, I'm going to be honest. I kind of forgot about it and I hard focused my other bronzer, but I'll get back to this, I will. It lost 0.05 grams this month, which honestly for one use, like, that surprised me, that seemed like quite a bit. The blush that I've been using comes from my Revolution Hot Spice palette, and I think it'll take me a really long time to hit pan on this. I only really need the tiniest little bit, and it's so pigmented. It's this really lovely kind of coral color, and there is some like light shimmer in there, so it is really pretty, and I don't necessarily need to have a highlight over the top of it. But yeah, it is just so pigmented that I think it'll take me ages to get a pan on this. I've used it 15 times this month, and it's gone from 114.97 grams to 115.25. It's the only product that gained weight, which I don't know. I have my incredible little pocket scale, and I do use it on a flat surface every time. I know that makes a difference, but I think because it's such a big product and it hangs over the side of the scale so much, I don't think that it gets an accurate reading. So I don't know if it'll be worth weighing. I'll see next month if there's been some change in weight and which direction it's going in, but if it keeps like gaining weight or being a bit weird, I might not bother weighing this. The scale is perfect for everything else that I've been weighing though, especially the smaller things, and I'm hoping that I've remembered to put all the weights and things up in the corner somewhere. Up next, my highlight comes from my W7 Prismatic palette, and I've been using this blue in the center here. You can see I'm starting to get that classic dip that I have on all of my other highlighters, from where I've been using it as an inner corner highlight. It's not as deep as the other highlights, but it is starting to form a little bit there in the top corner. top edge. It's a nice highlight, but it being blue does mean that it's not exactly the best for everyday looks, so I've been using it mainly as an inner corner highlight sometimes, or just on my days off when I'm doing some interesting bluey, purpley looks. I do really love it. I do like a fun highlight, but it's just not super wearable to work for me at the moment. Getting into lip products, I've been getting really good use on them. I've been taking them to work in my pocket, and then I reapply every time I'm like taking a break somewhere, like if I'm on my actual break or if I'm in the lift or walking up the stairs, whatever, I'm just like reapplying. And I was honestly surprised to see like how much windowing actually shows up when I scrape the sides of these products. Um, like yeah, I've really enjoyed this because it's the ever so slightest tinge of like this kind of corally color. Um, and I don't think it's a very big product. I don't have the packaging from it anymore, so I don't know how much is in here or anything like that. But it is nice, and it's just the perfect balance of like, you feel it and it's moisturizing, but it's not like sticky. I've been aiming to use this 50 times, and so far I've used it 18. So I think one more month of use, maybe two, and we should get through it. It's also lost 0.21 grams, which isn't bad, but for how much I've used it, I was kind of expecting a little bit more. This is my first year really measuring the weights of things, so it's going to be really interesting and really eye-opening to me how quickly things lose weight, how much weight is lost with how many uses, things like that. That's why I was really interested in sort of panning things and weighing them this year, because I'm curious, I'm interested. And the other lip product I've been using is this Face Facts Vanilla Scented Lip Balm in collaboration with Joy Pixels. I will scroll it up. This lip balm has been a bit of a pain because it keeps trying to like come out of the packaging. Like I can just pull this whole thing out and it just comes out, and that's been a little bit annoying. I think it's broken off and it does just keep coming out. That's how much is left though. Um, and it's a nice lip balm. It's vanilla scented, which is really great, and it's pretty moisturizing. It stays on for quite a while. I've been aiming to use this 50 times, and I've gotten 26 uses on it so far, so this is definitely going to be leaving next month, unless by some terrible accident I lose it in a bag or a purse again, because I have a tendency to do that with my lip products. I've also been getting some good use on my Creighton's Argan Oil hand cream. You can see it's starting to get a little bit thinner there. I can feel that there is a massive air bubble in here, so I might... Well, I was going to say I might try and get it out, but I'll just wait for it to happen naturally. I'm not too bothered. I want to finish this, and I've used it 14 times this month. It's a nice hand cream. It is really moisturizing, and you can definitely like feel a difference. I've been using another hand cream as well, which just kind of sucks. It's not very good. And this smells really nice as well, the argan oil. Smells good. It is a little bit like perfumey smelling. For my perfume, I've been using this little solid perfume, and I brought this in when it was completely brand new, and I want to use it until I finish it. And I've found that the best way is by like scraping a little bit off with my nail and then like rubbing it into my wrists or whatever. Because if I just try and like stick my finger in it, none of it comes off. Like I can't apply it anywhere because it just doesn't really like want to move. It is like solid. So if I just scrape a little bit off with my finger and then apply it, that works a lot better. It's a shame that I didn't weigh this last update, because this only has 4 grams of product as it says on the packaging, so I could definitely like measure how long it takes me to get through this. But I'm also honestly not that fussed. I think you see a lot of progress in this anyway without having to have the weights. Like you can see the big dip I've made over here, and I think by next month I should hit the bottom, hit pan on it. This is my Victoria's Secret Temptation, and I want to use up a quarter of this bottle to the bottom of Victoria's top of Secret kind of area. That's my goal. When we started last month, it was almost at the top. We're here now, and I've used it 9 times, so not a lot. I kind of keep forgetting to reapply it. I have a different spray that I carry in my bag, and I've just been spraying that when I've been out and about. And we have perfumes in the bathroom at work, so I spray those when I'm in work. So I kind of just don't really have a need to reapply this super often. But maybe if I did, that would help me get through it a little bit faster. And spoilers, don't tell anyone, but I recently bought a couple more body sprays when I was in TK Maxx because they smelled really good. I'm really into like my gourmand vanilla scents, so I bought one that was very gourmand, very vanilla scented, very sweet. And last but not least, the one product that kind of like isn't supposed to be in here, but because I accidentally broke the original packaging, I want to use this up before it like oxidizes and goes bad. This is a concealer from The Ordinary in the shade 1.0P, very fair, pink undertones. And I've been using this for a little while. I think I've officially hit over 100 uses on this now, because I was using it quite a bit last year. That's when I originally broke it. But it really doesn't seem like I've used much at all. I still think there is loads in here. And it is starting to get like a little bit of oil separation, but it's not like so much where I'm like, oh, it's gone bad. And it still smells absolutely fine. As long as I give it like a little bit of a mix, it like still acts fine, works okay. So yeah. And I think the reason that this is going to last me a really long time is because I only use a tiny bit of this as an eyelid primer before I put my eyeshadow down. So I don't really use concealers as concealers. So it's going to take me a really long while to use this up. It's in a pot for a different thing because, again, the packaging broke. I used this 12 times this past month, which isn't a ton of use, but honestly I've been using 2 different concealers for the same purpose, and that's also why in this project the Prime and Behold, like actual eye primer, hasn't had any use at all yet, is because I don't really want to be opening this up and using it as well when I have 2 concealers that I'm using as primers. I don't know what this is like. I've never really used this as an eye primer, so I don't know if it's going to be any good or like whether it's going to have a strong hold or anything like that. I'm interested to see. Anyways, that is all for this project. Those are all of my products. Some things I feel like I've made some really good progress on. For example, my lip products have been going really, really fast, which is surprising to me because normally that is something I really, really struggle on. The powders I'm going through really quickly as always because that's just something I use every day pretty much. And the perfume I don't think will take me as long as I thought it originally would. Like when I first started using it I thought this is going to take forever, I'm never going to get through it, but now that I have a technique with the little nail scraping, like it'll go quickly. Some stuff obviously I haven't even touched yet, so we'll have to get on that next month. But yes, thank you so much for watching and being here with me. Hopefully I will have a few more updates coming out, and hopefully I haven't been sounding too sick because I do have a little bit of a cold going on, but it's just that like perpetual winter cold, you know, where you're not like really ill, but you just have like a weird sniffle or like a little bit of a scratching in the back of your throat. Like I'm not coughing, sneezing, like whatever everywhere, but I just still feel that little lingering bit of a cold in the background. So yeah, fun times. Thanks so much for being here, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next update. I hope you have a good day. Bye!